welcome back to Sew Me Sunshine's YouTube channel. It's Celia standing in for Harriet this week. As you can see, we've got some new shelving in the studio. We're doing a bit of a studio refurb, and Jenny's going to make a video, a behind the scenes look at the studio being refitted. It's really exciting and we love it so far. I've got Lisa in the studio with me today. She'll probably be sticking her head in a minute, and Jenny on camera. So today we are going to be talking about sewing patterns and fabric for August. So we're going to be looking at some nice transitional pieces as we go into the autumn, as it starts to get a bit colder here, even though we have just had a heat wave in London, but it is now raining. So we're going to be planning for that sort of weather. During filming today, it is thundering and lightning outside, so you might hear some rumbles. Also, I've got Lisa packing beside me, so if you hear some rustling noises, that's because all your lovely orders are being packed today. So the first fabric I'm going to be showing you today is a Mammoth Flannel. These are really beautiful cotton flannels. We've got them in 8 or 9 different colours, and the checks are, we've got some slightly different checks as well. So we've got this one, which is about 1 centimetre, the check. We've also got some sort of more traditional plaid patterns as well, and they've come in a range of colours. We will be getting a few more colours as well going into autumn, but this one's called Nutmeg. It's really beautiful. It's got a kind of grey, a pink, and a kind of mustardy brown colour running through it. They're so soft. They're really drapey as well, considering they've got they're quite thick as well, so nice and warm. You can just chuck it on over you know, like a strappy top or whatever, as we go out of the very hot into the sort of hot. And the pattern that Jenny picked out for us today is the Archer button-up from Grainline Studios. It's a really nice traditional shirt. It's got a yoke running across the back, just a nice little collar, buttons as you would get from a button-up shirt. But it's and it's got an intermediate difficulty. It's just a really nice traditional shirt. You could also make a dress though, or even some pajamas bottoms for going into the colder wintry months. So those are some ideas for this fabric. Our next fabric is one of our classics. It's a staple here at Sew Me Sunshine. We've added 2 new colours to our ginghams. This is the 1/3 of an inch gingham, which translates to approximately 0.8, 0.9 centimetres. This one is teal. We've got a teal and a buff, and it's just a really nice cotton. It's drapey, it's got really good opacity. I've made loads of stuff out of this. I've made jumpsuits, shirts, all sorts of things, and the pattern that we've put with it today is the Sagebrush top from Friday Pattern Company. It's a really nice poofy sleeved. It's got a front yoke and a back yoke. Add frill details, you can hack it. It's really nice. It's a really nice staple. You can wear it under dungarees with jeans. Style it however you like, and we think it's a really good staple for this time of year. The next fabric is a new fabric that we received this week. It is a salt crinkled cotton gingham. It is a cotton nylon mix, and I'll tell you where the nylon comes in. If you can see here, there's these little squares and you can see through them, and they are net, so they're nylon net, so that's woven into the cotton. It's got a kind of seersuckery texture, and it's a really lovely light blue and white colour. It is see-through. It has actual see-through portions to it, but we've got some white cotton lawn. So if you did want to line it, we've got white cotton lawn that you can use to line it. I think it's got a kind of 1950s vibe to it. It's certainly got the same texture and look as something you might find in the 50s. So we've chosen a retro-ish inspired vintagey dress, and it's the Coquelicot dress from Deer and Doe. This is a really nice dress. It's got a lovely frilly neckline and a really fitted bodice, and then a really simple skirt. So this is a really nice option for this because it'll just show all of the beautiful details really nicely. Our next fabric is a viscose cotton seersucker check. It is a cotton viscose blend, as I said, and it has a coral stripe running through it with these kind of steel blue stripes, an off-white, and also a rust orange. It also has a little bit of Lurex in it. You won't be able to see it on camera, but you can see it on the website. It has a very thin silver stripe running lengthwise, sort of every other coral stripe, which adds a little bit of sparkle to it. It's a really nice lightweight fabric, and we thought it would be perfect for making the Davenport dress from Friday Pattern Company. This is a really nice sort of transitional piece which you can wear as it gets colder. You can just chuck a cardie. We love to chuck a cardie over a dress. Chuck a woolly cardie or like a jumper or something over the top, and you could also wear it with tights, which is really nice for this time of year. So yeah, this fabric would be perfect as it's got a really nice drape and pretty good opacity as well. Summer Berries has been one of our most popular fabrics this summer, and we've had 3 colours in thus far, and we have received a new colour this week. So this is the Navy Summer Berries. It is the same as the other colourways that we've had. It's the same pattern, but this time it has a navy blue background, and the berry pattern is in light and a kind of turquoise blue with little kind of khaki green accents. It's a really nice cotton poplin. It's kind of a standard cotton. It's a really good weight. It's pretty much completely opaque as well if you put it against yourself. And the pattern that we have chosen to go with this is the Liberty Bella tea dress. This is a really nice kind of retro vibe tea dress with a little Peter Pan collar. On this pattern, it does suggest that you can use lace or eyelet trim as a kind of accent down the front of the bodice and round the pockets, which are gathered. We don't have a lace or eyelet trim, however, we do now stock rickrack, and we have rickrack in a royal blue, which looks really fab against this colour. Alternatively, we've got white if you want it to show up a little bit more, also looks really great against this. So if you were thinking about maybe putting a trim on some trimmings onto dresses and stuff, don't forget that we have rickrack. The next fabric I'm going to show you today is the Navy en Ecru striped French terry. It is a cotton French terry with a traditional French terry back, which is the looped back. I love this. I've got about 15 stripy t-shirts in this colorway, and I'm very particular about my stripy t-shirts, so I only wear this colorway. So this, for me, is a personal fave. And it's a really nice, warm, soft French terry. It's completely opaque, and it's even got a nice bit of drape as well because it's sort of medium weight. The pattern that we thought would go really well with this is the LB pullover from Paper Theory. It's a really simple, I've made this a couple of times out of various different fabrics, but it's a really simple it's got a kind of raised sort of funnel neck almost, neckline, and really nice basic sleeves. It's a really easy pattern if you want to get into making jumpers, and this is a really nice medium weight French terry, which would be really good for beginners. So this is a hard recommend from me. Next on the list is a cotton stretch needle cord. This colour is apricot. We've chosen this because it's a really nice golden colour. It suits this time of year, especially as we head into autumn when all the rusts and the pumpkins and those really nice sort of summery glowy colours start coming into their own. This fabric's really nice for this time of year also because it's kind of like, it's quite a lightweight fabric, and it's got a bit of stretch, so it's really good for things like trousers and skirts. The pattern that we've chosen to pair with it today is the free range slacks from Sew House 7. Lisa in the studio is going to be making a pair of dungarees out of this fabric with a really nice sweetheart neckline, and this fabric is really stable, so it's really good for having sort of those really nice details, which is a tip. And so yeah, we reckon the trousers, I personally would go for the slightly wider leg one, and you can pair it with things like Birkenstocks and sandals, as well as socks, boots, whatever, going into winter. Next up we have a cotton linen. This is the khaki stripe. It is a kind of khaki grey, and the reason it looks grey is because the khaki threads have been woven together with white threads, and so it gives a kind of lighter appearance. It's a really nice soft cotton linen, and it's perfect for when it's hot, but also you can layer it up when it starts to get a bit chillier, especially in the evenings. It's a really nice, it's kind of got a kind of slight chambray feel to it, so it would be really good for shirts, it would be really good for dresses, anything really, trousers. We've chosen today the Agnes PJ pattern from Paper Theory. This, as we talked about before, you can wear it as pajamas, but you can also wear it as sort of day wear, because the shirt is a really nice just sort of shirt jacket pattern with a grown on sleeve, and then the trousers have a really nice elasticated waist, which we love. And so it's a really nice pattern for this time of year, but also as I said, you can wear it as pajamas or as day wear. And this fabric suits it really well because it's got pretty good capacity, it's got a really nice drape, and also it's just a lovely fabric. And we have it in a couple, we did have it in 3 colours, we've sold out of the light blue, but we still have it in a kind of denim-y blue somewhere in the studio, and also in this khaki. The next fabric is a washed cotton. We've got a bunch of different colours of this, and it is one of our favourites. I've made a pair of trousers out of this and they are super comfortable. Today we are going to show you a shirt pattern to go with it. This fabric is really great because you can use it for a number of different things, from dresses to skirts to shirts to whatever, because it's got a really good opacity, it's got a really nice drape, but it's also really stable because it is a cotton. It's got a texture to it which kind of resembles, they're called vintage cottons, and it's because they have a kind of vintage washed look. And the pattern that we have chosen today to go with this is the Ilford jacket. Now Jenny is wearing the Ilford jacket in a shirt. She's made it from a broderie anglaise. As you can see, we love a broderie anglaise in here. Yep. But as you can see, it works really well as a shirt pattern. So Jenny, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so one of the variations is this longer shirt with the roll-up sleeve, so it's less like jacket style and more shirt style, obviously. And yeah, you can just use a lightweight fabric, and you can even wear it unbuttoned, so it's just like a layering piece. So it's a really versatile pattern that just works with a lot of different types of fabrics.
Thank you. Our final fabric today is a Kaufman Ventana twill. This is the colour khaki. These are a firm favourite with us at Sunshine HQ. We've got them in loads of different colours, and we will be getting a few more colours in the coming months. We really like these because they are cotton and they're quite stable because they are have a thickness that is akin to a kind of lightweight, medium weight denim. They've got a kind of workwear vibe, so they're really good for making dungarees and jackets and trousers and things which have which get a little bit more wear after wearing them. As I said, we've got them in lots of different colours. They're completely opaque, they're really stable, we love them. The patterns that we've chosen to go with this fabric today are both from Merchant & Mills. The first one's the September coat and the second one is the Harleen dungarees. Both intermediate skill level. The September coat is a kind of medium length, knee length. What they call it is an overcoat meets duster, so it's really good for this time of year. If you don't want to wear a waterproof jacket, you maybe carry a brolly or the sun's shining but it's a bit more chilly outside. This is a really good option. Jenny's made this and it looks fab. And then the Harleen dungarees, another pattern which I think Jenny's made. She's the queen of sewing. And this is also a really great option, especially for this time of year. So you can wear it. You can wear dungarees with. I mean, I was wearing dungarees last week in the heat wave with a vest top, so you can wear it with a vest top all the way through to wearing a jumper underneath them. So you can style them however you like. As I was saying, we do have the bits and pieces that you might need for your makes. So if you are making the September coat, you'll need some buttons, and we do stock Merchant & Mills buttons. These ones are, which ones are these? Hold on. These are the hemp tobacco coloured. We thought this goes really nicely with the khaki colour, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's a really nice sort of tonal, earthy tones vibe, which as we go into autumn is ever popular, really. These colours never go out of style. So yeah, this is a great option. We also have as I said, we've got the Harleen gunmetal hardware kits. So if you wanted to make a pair of Harleen dungarees, we've got the kit that you need to make that. And we've also got the Kylie and the Machine denim jacket hardware kits. We've got a couple of different colours. This one's in copper, but it comes, you get with all the buttons and all the bits you need to make a denim jacket. Thanks for tuning in this week for our August patterns and fabric selections. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the top that I'm wearing. I made this last week out of some odds and ends and remnants of broderie anglaise that I had in my stash. This one is actually from Sew Me Sunshine. This one was left over from another project. I think my mum used it on something. It's got a scalloped edge. This pattern's really great. It is a vintage pattern and it is Butterick 5387. It's I made the whole outfit from this pattern, in fact, but it's got a matching skirt with a sort of cotton lawn overskirt and then a broderie anglaise underskirt. So I'm wearing the top today. I really love this, and it's really good if you've got little bits of fabric left, because each panel, apart from the sleeve, is really narrow, so you can cut it out, and you can also cut it on the lengthwise or the crosswise, so it's really good for that. And so we do have a couple of embroidered cottons. This one's an embroidered poly cotton, and I don't know if you can see, it's got a really nice sort of swirly floral pattern running through it. We've also got some remnants, so we've got this white cotton, embroidered cotton, which has the kind of traditional eyelets of it. So if you've got little bits of fabric, this is a really good use for it, because we love to use up little bits and pieces. So if you've got some remnants left over from another project, you can use that. And we have more remnants going live as well every Friday at 5 p.m. So if you're thinking about what can I do with little bits of fabric, there are always patterns out there. I love a vintage pattern, but there are loads and loads of contemporary patterns, things like the Ogden cami, and what other patterns are there? Bags, hats, all sorts of things out there that you can use tiny bits of scraps for. So I hope you have been inspired by my shirt. I love wearing this because it's got such massive shoulders. It's got a kind of double sleeve with a ruffle, and then it's got this fitted bodice. So yeah, and I love it, and I've used some vintage buttons from my stash as well. So as I said, thank you so much for tuning in. We have new videos every single week, and we also have a newsletter that goes out twice a week. So if you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, do that now. Hit the little bell sign if you want to be notified when we put a new video live, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Bye!